Hi you guys, Kirk here with Ink and Impulse, and I'm just coming at you with a normal planning night. I thought it would be interesting to see and to kind of show you guys what at least my work planner looks like midweek. So just to show you, I want to do a couple things tonight, but here's my work planner. I did bring it home, and I kind of wanted to show you, like, does it look okay throughout the week? And of course, the aesthetics part is definitely not as important as if it helps you plan. So let's just try to find it. And here is what she looks like right now. So by setting it up this way and choosing my pen colors, I can now have a sort of cohesive looking spread throughout the week that's nice to look at, but also doesn't really take too much effort. So here's kind of the midweek spread, and I think it's looking pretty good. We're pretty full. I still have some stuff to fill in down here, but I'll get to that later. I won't make you watch that. But yeah, this is what it's looking like, and I'm pretty happy with it. So we'll put that out of the way. Next, I wanted to start working on my vials of samples, and I thought the best way to do that is when I make these videos, just like reach my hand in here and pick one out, and then we will explore it maybe like a little bit more in depth, if that's okay. So we can just start out with an ink sample, and so I'm gonna try not to look, and if I've swatched one of these samples before, then I'll pick another one, but this one's calling to me. This one is Robert Oster Violet Dreams. So let me go ahead and get the supplies ready, and we will swatch her. So here is what Robert Oster Violet Dreams looks like, and this dried down a lot more interesting than I thought it would. However, the text is still just kind of meh to me. There's not a lot of shimmer in the swatch, but I see a lot of shimmer in the text. It's kind of strange. This is not my favorite tone of purple either, but I think it's a very interesting swatch. For me, do I think I would probably get a full size in this? Probably not. I would definitely have to write with it more to see how it performs, but yeah, it's okay. There's some interesting stuff going on in there. What do you think about this swatch? Do you have this bottle? Have you tried this ink before? So let's check the bleed through, the ghosting. Definitely some ghosting. I don't see any bleed through, maybe just like a touch on this very point of the V, and maybe just like a touch on one part of the D there, but nothing serious on this paper. As a bonus sample, I'm gonna add this to my swatch book because we filled up this pilot pen with this Sailor Ink Studio 123. This is the color, but I forgot to add it to my swatch book. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so for those of you who haven't seen this ink before, this is like a super good ink in my opinion. I just love how it looks when you write with it. The Kakimori Nib tends to put globs, at least when I use it on paper, so like the line thickness is not consistent, of course, but when you're writing with it in a pen, it just looks really, really nice. I really like the shading, and I believe it's like a duochrome or more than duochrome, but it looks like a chroma shader, and it's just really, really pretty. When I'm writing, I don't get a lot of the greens, but I think it would be really cool to draw pictures with this as well. I will probably get a full bottle of this one, to be honest. I actually really like it that much. So I'll bring this book up in a minute, but what I did want to show you is that this is my old last year's, or well, I guess this current year's Hobonichi. I just got it about a month ago, and this is the A5 cousin size, and I just wanted to get an older one so I could play around with it, play around with layouts and everything before I actually use my 2026 one. So I've been doing that with this, and there's, you know, quite a few. I think you saw a video with this one. This is the Junji Ito spread. So hopefully I'll be able to get one of those covers. I guess the restock is going to be this mid-month of this month, November. So that'll be interesting. And so I started off using this page to kind of do like a glance over of some of the things that I wanted to look out for in November. And this month I've started college back again, which is pretty cool. It's virtual, of course, and I got a couple things at work that I need to do. So some of the goals, I wanted to stay on track with those college courses. I got to look over the syllabus today for both of them, and it looks like it's doable. So wish me luck, you guys, because I don't want to have to pay back the money if I fail the course. So I also want to stay on track with fitness goals. I'm really trying to get stronger and work on my upper body strength. The weight loss, I haven't even updated this channel, but weight loss is going well. I'm pretty much at the goal weight, but I do want to make sure that I'm becoming stronger, so working with personal trainer and all like that. I want to spend less, of course. We're in a government shutdown right now, and I want to cook more meals from scratch. I wanted to bring back my love of reading. I've just been so busy that like every moment of the day has been consumed by necessary reading and not necessarily the ones that I want to read. So already this month I've started all but White in the Window and Nobody's Girl. So these two I have not started. I started Sherman from BH Little Heart, and it's insane. I don't know if anybody here likes military history or, you know, history of wars and all that, but it's one of my favorite areas to study because it's like just so crazy how like wars are fought and like the nature and character of war. And so On War by Karl von Clausewitz, I've already read this and I read it online, but I finally got a hard copy, which was really great. So this is the book that I've been rereading, and there's a lot of like, I won't get into it if you're not into war history, but there's a lot of really like great quotes that our military now kind of bases itself and its doctrine on. And so while I was starting to read Sherman, I was noticing a lot of different like parallels between that and Clausewitz, and knowing that they did exist at the same period of time for about 10 years, I believe. His studies, his like perspectives on war did not even become popular until 100 years later. So just seeing like two people in different places, obviously General Sherman, you know, claim to fame really, right, is the Civil War. So just kind of looking at some of those parallels. So like even here, and this is not meant to be a history lesson, but Clausewitz does say that war cannot be considered as at an end as long as the will of the enemy is not subdued. And I thought it was interesting because Sherman, in one of his letters to General Halleck, said, "We are not only fighting hostile armies, but hostile people, and must make old and young, rich and poor feel the hard hand of war." So it's kind of along that same line, like trying to break the will of the people as well. So anyway, this is like kind of what I do. This is part of my job. But anyway, it's very enjoyable for me. I really like finding those parallels. It's just really, really fun. So yeah, I've been going through this and having a pretty good time with that. So I'm pleased that I have a physical copy. So if no one has read this, I got the audiobook off Libby. So if you don't know what Libby is, just download it. You should be able to get a library card from where you live, and you can add the library card to your Libby account and then just check out audiobooks and all that for free, right? It's awesome. I have like a government one, and I also have the local one here, so you can add multiple library cards. I started Boundaries by Dr. Henry Cloud and Dr. John Townsend because I heard that it was really good. I started it, audiobook, and I had no idea that they were like talking about boundaries within like the text of the Bible. I did not grow up religious. There's nothing wrong with people growing up religious, but it's very heavy into Bible verses, even though they're talking about setting boundaries and everything. So I'm not sure I can continue it. I mean, the Bible verse is like every 2 or 3 lines, so it's just hard for me to like relate to. And then Wide in the Window from Dr. Elizabeth Stanley. I also heard this one was good, but with our books here, I don't tend to like research them a lot before going into it because I'm on Libby and it's free. So I just, okay, that looks kind of good, and I'll just, borrow it. So this one, Nobody's Girl, I was actually like 130 in line on Libby. You can actually see where you are in the queue. And so what I did was actually take one of my Audible credits and just get Nobody's Girl. So I haven't started that yet. I think I'm going to wait till after I finish Sherman because Sherman is very heavy for me. Obviously, we're talking about Americans against Americans. So it's pretty heavy. I am in the US. So knowing that history is like, I take it seriously, right? So anyways, I started November with just like a journal entry, nothing serious here. I just wanted to kind of test out the washi tape, and I really actually like this. And so I think I'm going to continue using that washi tape, at least for now. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that out. All right, so let's get started setting up this page. At least I don't know if I'll do the second page, we'll see. But again, this is a washi set, and it says Signature Floral from Archer and Olive. I really like this one. It's not necessarily fall, but I thought it was really pretty. So I'm still going to use some of the ones we saw on the previous page, but I think I'm going to use this dark one on the bottom. So anyway, I'll let you observe the process. It's pretty straightforward, and I'll just let you enjoy some of the visuals and the sounds. Alright guys, so here's my reflection prompt for tonight, and you feel free to join in as well if you are looking for journal prompts. I like to search for them to see what I can learn about myself, you know, just a quick 10-minute little prompt here. So anyway, if you have any journal prompts that you've particularly liked over the years and you'd like to share them down in the comments, please don't be shy. I would love to see what you have. Maybe if I feel like it resonates with me, I'll do that one as well. And of course, give you a shout out. So anyways, I hope that everybody is staying safe and well on this Tuesday evening, and I will see you soon. Bye.